Hello, wonderful followers and subscribers of Holy Ghost Son. I hope this video finds you well. All right, the problem of River State, Tinubu Pablo Escobar, he has finally declared a state of emergency in Rivers, and suspended the governor, the deputy, and put everything on hold for 6 months. And during these 6 months, he said he's going to appoint a sole administrator to run the affairs of the state. This is after they've seen that going on the way of impeachment is not going to be easy for them. It's going to take time. It's going to be difficult. You understand? As the chief judge of the state wasn't, cooperating with them with their demands. You understand? So they decided to go this route. So now he has declared state of emergency. Definitely, the person is going to appoint there is going to be a wicked puppet. Please, let's take a listen to him. I'll be right back. Let's dissect it together. But do me a favor, please. If you want to hear my analysis on this, let me like the video. You are not liking Pablo Escobar, bro. Just a video, so that Facebook and YouTube can see it and recommend it to others. Let the world see a world leaders, okay? Let me like it and please share. I'll be right back. Thank you.
Disturbed at the tone we have come to regarding the political crisis in Rivers State. Like many of you, I have watched with concern the development, with hope that the parties involved will allow good sense to prevail at the soonest. But all that hope borne out without any solution to the crisis. With the crisis persisting, there's no way democratic governance, which we all fought and worked for over the years, can thrive in a way that will redound to the benefit of the good people of the state. The state has been at a standstill since the crisis started, with the good people of the state not being able to have access to the dividend of democracy. Also, it is public knowledge that the governor of Rivers State, for unjustifiable reasons, demolished the House of Assembly of the state as far back as 13th December 2023, and has up till now, 14 months after, now rebuilt the same. I have made personal interventions between the contending parties for a peaceful resolution of this crisis, but my efforts have been largely ignored by the parties to the crisis. I'm also aware that many well-meaning Nigerians, leaders of thought, and patriotic groups have also intervened at various times with the best of intentions to resolve the matter, but all the efforts were also to no avail. Still, I thank them. On February 28, 2025, the Supreme Court, in a judgment in respect of all about 8 consolidated appeals concerning the political crisis in Rivers State, based on several grave unconstitutional acts and disregard of the rule of law that has been committed by the governor of Rivers State, as shown by the evidence before it, pronounced in very clear terms. And I quote, "A government cannot be said to exist without one of the 3 arms that make up of the government of a state under the 1999 Constitution as amended. In this case, the head of the executive arm of the government has chosen to collapse the legislature to enable him to govern without the legislature as a despot. As it is, there is no government in Rivers State," and I quote. The above pronouncement came after a catalog of judicial findings of constitutional breaches against Governor Siminalayi Fubara. Going forward in their judgment, and having found and held that 27 members of the House who had allegedly deflected, and I quote, "are still valid members of Rivers State House of Assembly and cannot be prevented from participating in proceedings of that House by the 8th respondent, that is the governor, in cohort with 4 members," and unquote. The Supreme Court then made some orders to restore the state to immediate constitutional democracy. These orders include the immediate passing of an appropriation bill by the Rivers State House of Assembly, which up to now has not been facilitated. Some militants had threatened fire and brimstone against their perceived enemies of the governor, who has up to now not disowned them. Apart from that, both the House and the governor have not been able to work together. Both of them do not realize that they are in office to work together for the peace and good governance of the state. The latest security report made available to me show that between yesterday and today, there have been disturbing incidents of vandalization of pipelines by some militants without governor taking any action to curtail them. I have, of course, given stand order to the security agencies to ensure safety of lives of good people of Rivers State and the oil pipelines. With all this and many more, no good and responsible president will stand by and allow the grave situation to continue without taking remedial steps prescribed by the Constitution to address the situation in the state, which no doubt requires extraordinary measures to restore good governance, peace, order, and security. In these circumstances, having soberly reflected on and evaluated the political situation in Rivers State, and the governor and deputy governor of Rivers State having failed to make a request to me as president to issue this proclamation as required by section 305 paragraph 5 of the 1999 Constitution as amended, it has become inevitably compelling for me to invoke the provision of the section 305 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 as amended to declare a state of emergency in Rivers State with effect from today, 18th March, year 2025, and I so do. By this declaration, the governor of Rivers State, Mr. Similaye Fubara, his deputy, Mrs. Ngozi Oju, and all elected members of the House of Assembly state are hereby suspended for an initial period of 6 months. In the meantime, I hereby nominate Vice Admiral Eboket Ibas, retired, as administrator to take charge of the affairs of the state in the interest of the good people of Rivers State. For the avoidance of doubt, this declaration does not affect the judicial arm of Rivers State, which shall continue to function in accordance with their constitutional mandate. The administrator will not make any new laws. He will, however, be free to formulate regulations and may be found necessary to do his job, but such regulations will need to be considered and approved by the Federal Executive Council and promoted by the President for the state. This declaration has been published in the Federal Gazette, a copy of which has been forwarded to the National Assembly in accordance with the Constitution. It is my fervent hope that this inevitable intervention will help to restore peace and order in Rivers State by awakening all the contenders to the constitutional imperatives binding on all political players in the Rivers State in particular and Nigeria as a whole. Long live a united, peaceful, secured, and democratic Rivers State in particular, and the Federal Republic of Nigeria as a whole. God bless you all for listening.
Now, the first I want to say in this is, do we really still have a nation as Nigeria? Do we still have a nation? As far as I'm concerned, we don't have a nation. We only have an entity, an empire that's been hijacked by a cartel. Okay, now, he says he's going to forward a copy of whatever to the Federal Assembly. Normally, in a case like this, the only person that can veto it is National House of Assembly. But now, definitely, they can't. Get this? They can't veto it because is it the useless National Assembly, number one, that is already battling with their president is battling with sexual harassment? The federal government the federal government is not ready to investigate matter, but instead the victim client, they are looking for a way to apprehend her. Is it the National Assembly? Is it the National Assembly that is so useless that doesn't sing a national anthem when the president is there, but rather they sing the president anthem on your mandate which shall stand? National Assembly is already standing on his mandate. Please bring it. We have all planned it out. Is it the one? Is it the National Assembly where Senate president always go there the morning and all before he go to office for them to gossip, to know, opinion, what to do, what not to do? Is it National Assembly? So look at it. Number one, it requires we don't have a country. as far as the country is concerned, number one, we don't have leaders. We have satanic, demonic, evil rulers. Do you understand? In the executive, National Assemblies, they are in this pocket useless. So we don't have a country. A Pablo Escobar that was easy to make peace, a person you employ, you were using to disrupt the affairs of the state. You could have called twice. You were biased. Okay, but by the way, will this stop the blowing off of pipeline? I don't know. But now we see what the Jaw youth, the Jaw people, will see what you guys are up to. Jonathan Goulon was there. That was how he was kicked out like vegetable. Fubara was there. Fubara told me to some extent he brought this on himself. He didn't take action on time. As far as I'm concerned. Supreme Court, what happened? They went to bad judgment. The so-called president that said want to interfere, he was being biased. It's whatever they told him he was doing. The things in our hand, we say. So let's see. A so administrator that will run. Other northern state where this thing has been hot, you know, and why did they declare state of emergency there? Tell me, why was it state of emergency declared there? That's a question. Nigerians, what's your take on this? The country is finished. Finished. So somebody said it's many one bar. Yeah, that is still see up to one bar. Thank you. Please let me like this and please share.